John's going to quickly do, or the Christmas tree we already did. Okay,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, we did that. Okay.
So you're taking that out? Oh, okay.
Yes, sorry. He did it earlier.
Fine. Okay. Well, I'll do
the World Health Organization if you want.
I'll do that again.
Oh, okay.
So I'll do pumpkin again?
Yes.
Pumpkin's in there. Okay.
And you'll start off with that, and then maybe I'll put Hope's voicemail up here because then it'll give me time to read.
Live and test?
Okay. Winner.
We're going 5.
Chris, John, Angie, Chris.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome.
You're listening to Daybreak USA.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that totally reminds me. My kids sing that. They say everything is awesome when you're part of our team, meaning like our family. And in a minute, I'm going to share Hope's voicemail with you, which is ridiculous because you'd think that I left her to go to like Mexico. But really, I went to Walmart for 10 minutes to get bread. And my mom is home with her when she leaves me these voicemails. I'll share that in a minute. But Chris, let's start with some news first, shall we? And John DeMaster joining us as well. You take it away, Chris.
All right, Angie. Well, 5 people were injured in Reno, Nevada yesterday when a pickup truck drove into a crowd of people and then just sped away. Now, this happened last evening. A group of protesters had stopped near the Reno Arch to have a photo taken. And one of the protesters says, the whole protest was a very peaceful event. Demonstrators were calling for Columbus Day to be changed to Indigenous Peoples Day in Nevada.
Wait, hold the presses. Columbus Day, they want it now named Indigenous Peoples Day in Nevada. So they just want it changed in Nevada, nowhere else, just Nevada?
Yeah, they were just, apparently that's what the protester says.
Here we go.
We were here peacefully, and we don't want to lose anybody's life, or we're not here to hurt anybody.
Now, the police say that the group was blocking a crosswalk and that a white Nissan pickup started to try to edge closer to try to continue on, and some sort of a confrontation, I guess, broke out between the driver and the group of protesters. And then I guess the driver, to hear the police tell it, just rammed into the group. Luckily, the injuries were minor, but the driver and the passenger did turn themselves in a little bit later, and the driver, at least, is going to face some charges now.
People need to relax. Okay, I got cut off going into the soccer parking lot over the weekend. I was a little irritated. I told the kids, I'm like, I'm going to be nice to the guy. Ends up the guy was a giant man who was like a former football player, and his daughter is in my daughter's class, and they're playing soccer together. So I'm glad that, I never exchange any kind of hand signals to the other driver or make any yell out anything. But, I think that men are at a disadvantage because they have more testosterone. I think sometimes you guys can't help yourselves, and then something happens like this because, you've got a lot of fiery things going on inside of you.
Are you calling us angry? Chris? You're the least angry person I know.
It's a good thing my rage problem is under control.
All right, let's talk then, John, about the misguided husband, shall we?
I can't believe this wife didn't have a little more rage, Angie, because what this guy did for their first anniversary together, maybe you buy chocolates, maybe you buy a rose, maybe you buy a little piece of jewelry for her. He got this taxidermied cat for his wife for their anniversary.
Was it their cat?
No, it was not. He found it, and I don't know if he found it in a dumpster or where he found it, but it was like something
That's worse.
I know. But he did it because his wife loves cats. So he thought, I'm doing something romantic by getting a taxidermied cat for her.
Is he still married?
Still married. She hung on to it for 2 years. And then she said, I got to get rid of this thing because I think that it's traumatizing our alive cat, seeing this taxidermied cat around the house. So she puts it on the eBays, and I think she gets like $100 for it.
Nothing says I love you more than a stuffed a random cat.
It is cute. It's a very cute kitty. It's just not alive anymore.
Okay, that is super creepy and weird.
Drawback.
Garbage.
On the upside, and on the upside, it doesn't eat much or make a mess in the litter box. So.
Oh, Chris. All right.
Doesn't throw up. Never mind.
If I was the real cat in the family, I'd be worried that maybe I better move on because look what they want. They prefer this fake one over here.
All right, so I have to just share this with you guys. This is what my daughter does. She makes up songs on my voicemail. She'll leave like 2 and 3 minute voicemails for me. This is just a snippet of when I was gone just for a short time. She was not alone. All of the kids were with my mother who lives with us. And this is what Hope, my 9-year-old, left on my voicemail.
Home, where are you? Please come home. I really miss you. I love you. We all miss you. All of you. I miss you. You miss me. We're a happy family, so don't leave us all alone, 'cause we are a happy family.
I didn't even think that I was in Mexico, not getting, a loaf of bread and eggs at Walmart. I mean, can you believe the emotion in there, the guilt trip?
I'm
You
out
seem
buying
bigger in the
food
car.
for you, little one. Be quiet.
I'm feeding you.
All right, Chris, I have to know about this giant pumpkin. I love these giant pumpkin waves. I'd love to grow one of these things.
Oh man, I'm looking at the picture of this winning pumpkin at a pumpkin growing contest in California that they have every year. You could the couple that is standing in front of their pumpkin, proudly standing there, they could live in this pumpkin. It is
They
so big.
could.
I
It's
mean,
like
this
a little house.
I know the pumpkin came in at 1,910 pounds. Now, to put this in perspective, a lot of people go, you grow something long enough. I can see, but I always hear about pumpkins. Stop and think about it. She planted a seed in April of this year, and it grew to be 1,910 pounds. The seed she got it from was from a lineage of pumpkins that last year produced a 2,200 pounder. So it was in
Whoa.
its genes, you could say.
All right, so
Genetically
John, what's
modified?
the deal with these clowns? My son's talking about it at school. They're talking about spooky clowns. Now it's going to other countries and this craze.
Yeah, Australia and New Zealand now. There have been numerous sightings of these creepy clowns in several Australian cities, one in Brisbane, telling local media she was being chased by a clown holding a knife. So not only a problem here in the United States, but also now overseas. These weird, creepy clowns. I still do not understand this craze.
Well, and that woman that went into labor because the creepy clown jumped out and he was a 17-year-old boy, and her friend put on Facebook, maybe not a good idea to jump out of the bushes as a creepy clown with a knife when the woman is pregnant or elderly, because it can be, a problem.
Scared the babies out of you.
Yes, thank you, John. It can scare the babies right
babies
out of
That's
you.
nice.
Scared the
All right,
babies right
thank
out
you,
of you.
gentlemen. I don't know if I'm happy the show is over right now or just disturbed. We'll be right back. There's a little more.